Hello and welcome to JavaTalk. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ella Hancock. The University of Sioux Falls is starting an Esports club level program in the fall 2026 semester. Here to talk about this exciting addition is Vice President for Academic Affairs, Joe Obermueller. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
For those of us who don't feel familiar with the idea of an esports team, what exactly is esports?
Well, it's pretty simple. It's competitive gaming. Students and players can get together, and there's a variety of games that are in the menu of options, and so a school can select any one of those games and compete with other clubs with those games. So it's pretty exciting.
So why do you think USF needed an esports program?
Why not? It's a developing, well, I guess we're actually past developing now with esports, but it is relatively new in collegiate sports. Mm-hmm. So I would say it's in the last 10 years, it has grown from kind of a grassroots, student-led type of activity on college campuses across the country to full-blown, university-endorsed, even an athletic event. Right. And so I would say in between 2010 and 2015, there weren't very many esports teams. And again, they were sort of student-led clubs. And then after 2015 to today, it's really exploded. And at this point, there's, I think, over 680 competitive esports teams across the country. Wow. So we're excited to be a part of that. It's going to be great.
So you were talking about like athletics, obviously, and the endorsement kind of for that.
Yeah.
So for this same esports team that we'll be getting, there is scholarships available.
Right.
So how could students go about applying for those?
I think it's the same way, you know, we have scholarship opportunities across campus for different programs, and so it'll work the same way as a lot of those other programs. And it'll function the same way in a lot of ways like athletics. Our new coach, her name is Libby, she's going to be great. Yeah. She's going to be in charge of recruiting and finding students who are out there who are excited about esports and want to be a part of a collegiate level team. Yeah. And so we'll be recruiting those students in, but it's open to any skill level. So you don't have to be an expert gamer to participate. Right. Anybody can across skill levels and I'm sure grow at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So adding on to that, do you know if there's like a limit to the roster size or just kind of play it as we go, depends on how many people get involved?
Yeah, great question. I don't think there's an official roster size. I hope we outgrow our space quickly, and I think we will. I think esports is going to fill a need that we have on our campus. Mm-hmm. And in much the same way that athletics function, I mean, if you just think of the basketball team or the volleyball team and the types of adjectives students would use to describe being a part of a team like that, the same adjectives can be used to describe being a part of an esports team. In fact, here's an example. The average grade point average for esports players is something like 3.8 or something like that. Wow. And so it's a part of the academic ecosystem, you know, and we don't have that right now. Mm-hmm. And so it's just going to provide such a great opportunity for students to be a part of something that aren't already part of the athletic program or aren't already a part of some other established activity that we have on campus. Right. This is going to bring a new set of students to the university. We're super excited about that.
Yeah, I love that. That's so cool. So the information that was sent out to students through an email states that esports will be available starting in fall of 2026. Yeah. Do you know how the esports seasons will work? Like, is it just a fall sport? Will it run all year long?
I don't know the precise seasons. Okay. It's one of those things that it doesn't depend on the weather. It doesn't depend on anything like that. Yeah. So I don't know when some of those events happen. Right. But I know that right now our new coach just started this week, and so her first task is to start building that roster and building that awareness. And we're going to undertake a renovation in our library to create the arena. Yeah. And we're excited about that. The space, we're ready to do that in that space, and so she'll get to participate and oversee that process and then go from there. So I think there will be a range of opportunity for students, from those who want the competitive experience to those who just want to show up sometimes and play.
Yeah.
You know, and I think in that sense, we'll work out as an institution when the arena is available and how students can have access to that. And you know, I don't know if it's going to be available 24 hours a day or not, but it is one of those things that can be available at many different times for all sorts of different students who want to participate. So we're excited.
That's so cool. I'm so excited to see that grow. That's awesome. So if you had to have just a one-sentence pitch for students even considering joining the esports team, what would you say?
Do it. It'll change your life, you know? Maybe that's a little bit of an oversell, but it's another opportunity to build relationships, to grow in confidence, to grow in skill in something. And why not? We're making it available. The barriers are going to be really low to participate, and so why not? Get involved and check it out and see what it's like. I know I've learned a ton as we've been talking about esports for a couple years now. I've learned a lot about it. I had no idea what a huge activity that is across the nation at college campuses all over. And so it's a way to connect with people at our institution, but also to probably meet others at other institutions and enjoy that sort of competitive aspect of it. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Ella. I appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Thank you for watching JavaTalk. My name's Ellie Hancock, and I'll see you next time.